Hi, my friend. Lately I've been working a lot with a question I saw with Kees. I'll link his channel below. Is what is here? And I like the question, what is here? Because it brings this unjudgmental look at what is actually here. And you don't have to do anything with what is here. You can just label it and you can just see it. And you can sit with it. It is allowed. It doesn't have to leave. It can just be here fully. It can be here now. And when you label something, you say, okay, sadness is here. And sometimes sadness transforms. Or you could say annoyance is here. Or you could say a sense of pressure in the heart center is here. Or you could say a thought about whatever is here. So I think especially the approach with energetics and with feelings, this works really well, where we just sit with what is and we actually engage it. We allow it to be there. We don't fully go into it maybe, but we just allow it to be there. And then it can do what it wants to do. If it wants to dissolve, that's fine. If it doesn't want to dissolve, that's also fine. So what is here, or what wants to be born, is a similar question. And for me recently, that has been effective in sitting with some emotions that were coming up with me, that I felt, very subtle emotions actually. It's not that there was intensity. I wouldn't say it's intensity, but there was just subtle layers, you could say, which I was feeling. Which, with the question, what is here, I was able to label, but also look at more clearly. And then it's kind of like self-inquiry, where we ask, like, who am I, or where am I, or what is this? And I don't answer the question myself. I just allow what comes up to be there, and maybe to voice that. Say sadness is here, something like that. So we don't have to label, of course, but we can just sit with what moves, what sensations we notice. And I notice it's very effective in zooming out as well. So it's something that's very interesting for you to take a look at if you have meditation practice or a self-inquiry practice. You can just sit with what is here, and you can label with what is here. And it also helps you to come out of your thoughts and into what you're actually feeling, what's actually here. Because sometimes we have the idea that something is here because we're thinking about it, but it's not actually something we're experiencing right now. So what's here right now? That's something we can work with. Not the thoughts about the future or future scenarios. Let's say you have somebody that has some medical issues. If you ask them, how are you doing? They come with this big medical story. But then when I ask, and how is it now? Then sometimes right now is actually quite fine, right? But we're holding on to the story. So what is here is something you can explore if you feel called to that. If you also feel called to schedule a meeting, I've worked with hundreds of clients, and I've been on this path for 20 years plus. I have a lot of experience with Kundalini, but also with all this awakening stuff. But I also used to be a personal coach, and I'm still an entrepreneur. Or any meditation questions is also interesting because I work with meditation a lot. I've been meditating myself for more than 15 years. Feel free to schedule a call below if you feel called to discuss something with me, or you want to be coached or get some advice. Then you know where to find me, and you can also leave a comment. If you've liked this video and you're going to practice with what is here or anything like that, subscribe or comment or put on your post notifications, because that all helps me reach more people with these type of videos. Much love.